Yes, I just have to learn to listen to Chris Demm. I mean, how many years is it going to take? How many years?
22 and counting.
22 and counting. How many years until I just listen to Chris Demm and know that he sees things? All right? How long is it going to go? Here's what happened yesterday, midway through this program, okay? I come across a story. I think, well, this is interesting. Let me talk about this. And it was on the news programs I had watched already in the morning. I thought, okay, this is interesting.
Now's the time you slide it into our program.
Let me just slide it in here. And generated phone calls and quite a bit of interest.
Okay.
On electric vehicles, which we've talked about a few times before. Chevrolet had announced they want an all-electric fleet in 20 years or whatever it is, you know. Other car manufacturers say, yes, by the end of the decade, we'll have all-electric vehicles. Will we, can we plug them in and all this? Volkswagen, yesterday, in error, tweeted out that their next vehicle would be called a Volkswagen, V-O-L-T, meaning that their next fleet would be all-electric, and that by, I believe it was 8 years from now, they would have an all-electric line of vehicles. Then they very quickly took the tweet back, didn't put it out on social media, and said, oh, forget what you saw. That was a mistake. It was meant to roll out in a month. But instead, they did it on March 29th instead of April 29th. Okay. So I'm all into it. I'm like, oh, electric cars, is that going to be real? You know.
Guess what Volkswagen is going to call their next one?
Volkswagen. And I was all about it, you know, and saying this and that. Environment, you know how I do. And people were all into it and everything.
Corporate mess up.
That's right. And Chris Demm, 30 seconds into this conversation says, is it possible this is an April Fool's joke? And I said, no. Dismiss.
It's not even April.
I said, it's not even April.
Look at the calendar, old man.
Come on now.
Oh, no.
I said, come on now. That's ridiculous.
You're slipping.
Chris Demm said, wait a minute. Chris Demm said, couldn't it be that they're trying to fish in weak-minded media members to talk about their product and allegedly, accidentally, but on purpose put this out there for an April Fool's gag? I said, come on, old man. That's not the way it's done.
You're losing a step.
You, once again, are behind. And I just completely brushed it out of the way and said, let's talk about Volkswagen. Let's talk about electric vehicles. Let's talk about charging. Which we did for some time now. Yesterday afternoon, Volkswagen admits that was a purposeful April Fool's joke with the intent of getting weak-minded media members to talk about the brand.
We didn't expect so many weak-minded.
Frankly, we were surprised there were so many simple-minded people out there.
Not this one.
Yeah.
Sharp as a tack. Even in his old age, sharp as a tack. And had it, called it within 30 seconds, to which I said, get out of my face with that. Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Now, you're right. A lot of us in the media are weak-minded. Because it wasn't just me who was fished in by this. It was USA Today, the Associated Press, ABC, CBS, NBC, CNBC, The Washington Post, all reported.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Volkswagen's going electric. This is a big deal.
A Volkswagen.
Oh, what? They accidentally put it out there. Well, on one hand, from Volkswagen, brilliance, because we did all fall for it. I leading the way, leading the charge, and just completely slapped down any idea that it might be a phony. It might be a fake. Well, we all reported on it. And then yesterday, Volkswagen said, gotcha. That was just for fun.
I don't know my German enough to say April Fool's in German.
Whole thing's an April Fool's joke. I do have to take issue with it, though, now. They leaked that story on March 29th. That's 3 days before.
Too early?
To me, that's not right, That's not April Fool's.
Yeah, that's not an April Fool. It's a dirty April Fool's.
That's dirty. That's going dirty. We've done that.
Fast and loose.
A little bit. Now, we did it. We've done that. Now, in the old days, we used to do April Fool's pranks. Some went over very, very well. Some bumped with legal. All right? We had some issues.
As the time went on, we kept getting more and more calls from attorneys general.
Stop doing that. The current governor of North Carolina, then the...
Was he attorney general?
I think he was the attorney general.
Yeah.
He got into us and said,
Knock it off.
Yeah. Stop that crap.
So many words.
This is not funny. This is not funny. Don't do it. And there were some years that April Fool's Day fell on a Saturday or a Sunday, so we'd do them on Friday. You know, and I was okay with that. This year, April Fool's Day is a Thursday, and they did their prank on Monday, March 29th.
You jumped it.
I don't like that. That's not right. And I have echoing that are the Associated Press, USA Today, NBC, ABC, CBS, CNBC, Washington Post. They're all saying, this is not funny and this is not fair. We were just duped. And they said there's all of those outlets seriously said, nothing funny about this. This affects stock prices. This affects our news game.
Wow, I didn't think about stock prices, but that's very true.
You're playing with the news. You're playing with the news.
VW, are they on the stock? I'm assuming they are.
It said the deception lifted stock prices for the company, according to the Wall Street Journal, which revealed the deception by reaching an official at the company headquarters in Germany, and he had to say,
"Hello."
He had to say, "Oh man, egg on our face."
Yeah.
I guess they didn't expect it to go that big.
No.
Next time I dismiss Chris Demm's idea, just stop me. Biggie, it's up to you. You have to say.
Yeah, but it's almost like you thrive in doing it.
No, you have to say.
No, you do.
No.
I've seen it. You know, he is right most of the time.
Right.
Listen to the old man.
Right. You have to stop me and say, you're doing it again.
But see, you're so desperate to prove him wrong at things
That's right.
that you will grasp onto.
That's right. You have to say, wait a minute, hold on. He just said something that might be true. I didn't even give it a thought. Didn't even consider that I might have been duped on this thing. So they got us, and they are being criticized.
Well, Volks, I mean, that's German for people. Remember, that's the people's car.
Yes.
So I can't imagine them ever changing that name.
To
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Listen, International House of Pancakes got me.
Oh, my God.
I'll never forget that.
IHOB.
IHOB.
Yeah.
They changed their sign to
Did you see?
Burgers. So it's going to be International House of Burgers. Or bacon. I suggest bacon or burgers, and it turned out to be burgers.
That's right.
They didn't really change.
That's right.
it.
They didn't even say.
Remember,
their
they
name.
changed one sign in like Hollywood, and people lost their mind.
They flipped what the P
shared
to
it
the
through
B.
the
The P
whole.
was gonna be
Yeah,
big.
they shared the image everywhere.
Oh, look at me going out there running like my hair's on fire to say all this stuff. I'm not going to be fished in again. I refuse to be fished in.
Okay.
Well, I'll listen to the old man who's been through it, who knows these wars. An apology. I apologize that was on our air because I didn't even think that it might be an April Fool's joke. And I do criticize Volkswagen for going 3 days early. That's dirty April Fool's. That's late March.
They were a little fast and loose.
That's late March. USA Today put a spokesperson out there. Reporter Nancy Bomey said, "This is not a joke. This is deception. This is lying. In case you haven't noticed, we have a misinformation problem in this country, and now you're part of it. I will never trust anything from Volkswagen again." She's the reporter that reported.
Okay.
I guess they don't care.
Yeah.
Could it harm them anyway? Could they have a story in a year and everybody like, oh, no.
No, I don't think it's going to do that much damage to them.
I
think that lady's taking it way too seriously.
Well, when it does start to mess with things like the stock market, and you are supposed to be on the,
Now,
up
if it
and
comes
up.
out later that it was like, well, this was actually an idea to drive up our stock prices,
Well,
that's a whole different thing.
I do think it was an idea to get people talking about
Just free
Volkswagen.
publicity.
Yes, just free publicity, which I gave them in spades.
It's valuable airspace.
Yes, that is exactly right.
A side note, have you noticed how many VW SUVs there are on the road? I see so many of them now.
Yeah.
Big ones.
Yes.
Because, Volkswagen used to be the small car company.
Yes.
With the Rabbit and the Beetle and this and that. But now they're making bigger and bigger SUVs, and people are buying them.
Maybe they had to get into that game since there's so many SUVs.
That's what Americans are buying.
That's right.
It's like all these luxury car makers that would have never dreamed of making SUVs are having to make them.
We're all in the SUV game.
I'll tell you
Especially in
this.
America.
Yes.
The Jetta, we had a Jetta, and that was the last straight drive car. I remember my parents, and that was in the late 90s.
Yeah. And now maybe you're right. Maybe
And that was the
everything-
last one, and then since then it's been all automatic. Because my parents always liked the look of the Jetta for whatever reason.
Yeah, it was a cool. I had one of those for a couple of years after when I first moved out on my own at VW.
Let me tell you this.
Stick shift.
Another celebrity is trying to get in on this April Fool's game. I'm not going to fall for it. Michael Strahan. He fixed the gap in his teeth yesterday. Or did he? I doubt it. Doubt that very, very seriously. He released some video of himself going to the dentist and then his picture-perfect smile.
His new grill.
With no gap in the teeth. This is what that sounded like.
If I go home and say I'm going to do it, it'll be don't do it. If I post, it'll be don't do it. If I talk to my friends, it'll be don't do it. If I talk to my business partner, it'll be like don't do it. But I got to do what I want to do for myself now, you know. You're the only one who knows.
No, we're just going to show them.
And you're the best at this, so that's why I'm here.
And I want to get that.
He's talking funnier than usual. Michael Strahan. And he was in the dental chair getting ready to fix the...
That just sounds like bad acting.
And then I saw a picture of him with full...
Oh, yeah.
He did that yesterday, March 30th. If you tweet that out on April 1, okay, I give it to you.
You know what it is, I think, is that April Fool's is just going... It's hard to get anything over on anyone anymore. So I think they're having to... throw it around.
Now we
earlier.
do it. We'll do it around the whole week, basically.
Exactly. And then on April Fool's Day, he'll be on Good Morning America with his gap back, and they'll all be like, ho, 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 you got us. Ho, 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 ho.
We didn't get me. Fool me once. Shame on.
Well, congratulations.
Okay, there you are. Michael Strahan has, in my mind, a removable dental piece in that gap, and we'll see him, as you said, take
I've
it
never
out.
seen him. He says he has the filler, but I've never seen it.
No, that's right. That's right.
And Dave Letterman always had that, right?
Yeah, he had a gap.
That slight gap. Did he get his somewhat corrected?
It looks like it's gotten smaller over the years.
I can't remember old.
He used, didn't he?
An old video
In the early '80s, I mean, it looked more pronounced. To me.
Yeah.
It could be that his teeth just move over the years. I have no idea.
That happens as you get older. They say your teeth get more crowded.
Well, we shall see if Mr. Strahan has fixed the gap in his teeth. My hunch says no, and I will call it out.
What if he
Back to
couldn't?
his usual self tomorrow? You
That's
think?
right.
What if he couldn't get the filler out?
Right.
Like he went to pull it out and it's stuck.
Yep.
He's like, and they're like, oh well, it's permanent now. That's it. Stays in.
From now on, I shall believe nothing on the week of April Fool's Week. I won't do that. There's a story later about a key Watergate figure, dead, or is he? I don't buy it. I don't buy these
Nixon?
I don't buy. Laying in wait.
Oh, what is that? A press release?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right. Like Volkswagen had a press release. Exactly. I won't buy it. Another apology. Today, and this is a pre-apology, this is something that hasn't even happened yet. Luckily, I caught it in time. Today, we were playing the Big Money Celebrity Birthday game late in this show, so make sure you're listening in 3 hours and 15 minutes to play this game. We've had some really good games here lately. Chris Demm won a come-from-behind victory yesterday. I want to apologize. Today is not NFL football coach Jimmy Johnson's birthday. I had it all set up that it was, and I had to reveal to Biggie his birthday's in July. His birthday is in July. So I got rid of it. I don't know how I got fooled into that. I guess somebody else named Jimmy Johnson, not the NASCAR driver either, is having a birthday today. Named Jimmy Johnson. And they had him at 86. I was like, dang, Jimmy looks good for his age.
So there's another Jimmy Johnson, a third?
A third. I don't even know what he does. I just go to this, looking at these sites to see who's got the birthday, and it's Jimmy Johnson. But his birthday is in July. So luckily I caught that, and I had to go with an emergency call to Biggie today. And I said, drop Jimmy Johnson. Put in
Biggie! Where are you? Hello?
And I told him, don't worry about who the celebrity is. Just get the 90210 music.
Are you there, Biggie?
That's right. I mean, just narrowly averted disaster by having a possible Jimmy Johnson birthday today. I'm disappointed with myself again. How many ways can I disappoint? I'm looking at today's Hot 5 topics. 0 for 5. 0 for 5, though. You see them?
Well, Chris Demm and I discussed them briefly.
Well, the email came very late.
Yeah.
Very.
late.
Our mentor, just 2 minutes pre-show. So here's what everybody's talking about today.
And Chris Demm kind of did a quick rundown of them, and I said, I don't know any of them.
You don't know any of these stories?
No. Well, I guess maybe the one I know we're still going on about what is it? Lil Nas's Devil Shoe.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day. Lil Nas X, the musician, has a new video where he slides down a stripper pole into the depths of hell and twerks on the devil. Biggie's seen it.
Ultimately defeats him, though, which is, I guess, the point.
I suppose.
And then takes over.
He has put
But it's
out
the shoe.
some shoes. He got Nike shoes and then changed them. And now Nike is suing him, or not him, but the shoe company.
Mischief.
Mischief is the name of the shoe company. Now Nike says they want every single pair of these Lil Nas X Satan shoes destroyed. because
how satanic.
they want them gone.
A shoe burning.
Because they have fooled people into thinking that Nike supports devil worship. I mean, a lot of people are thinking that now, which does seem harmful to their brand.
You do see usually a couple of times a day this celebrity, that athlete is saying, I or my family will never wear Nike again because they're Satan worshipers.
Yeah, and this is not due to them at all. They didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, my only thing with this is, that this, taking of shoes and artists changing them has been going on now for a long, long time. I mean, celebrities get shoes redone, and Nike's never said anything.
So now, though.
Because I think before it was like if a celebrity had, somebody airbrush their name on it, and it was featured on their Instagram and got 1 million likes, Nike loved it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, that kind of is fine. I understand Nike being upset. I don't, I'm with them. I don't get the point of the shoe.
But you're saying all or nothing. Take
yeah,
the good with the
to
bad.
me, yeah. It's if you're gonna let other people airbrush your shoes, the artists, and not sue them because it makes your Air Force One looks good on Instagram.
Well, now wait a minute though. Wait a minute. Let me. Let's say somebody took a
play devil's advocate.
Yeah, let me play. Let me do that. Let me play Lil Nas X advocate. If someone took a recording or video of our show, let's say, enhanced it, made it better, funnier, made it funnier, made it better,
handsomer,
handsome, made us look better, and put it out on their own Instagram or whatever it might be, and people flocked to it and loved it, and we got a whole new audience. I wouldn't say a thing, but if they took it and edited it to make me sound like a devil worshiper or worse, let's say it made it sound like we're supporting kiddie porn or something like that, something horrible, then you step up, right? So you can't really say.
Yeah, your double-edged sword there, I guess.
I mean, you could argue pretty convincingly that having your company associated with Satan is a negative.
Oh, no doubt.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
The question is...
And it may actually be impacting Nike's bottom line.
Well, they say it certainly could.
I'm sure.
For the simps.
That's right.
But for 20 years, you've let other people
do it. Yeah.
So
you're saying...
But that's not impacting their sales.
Or it's helping it. Or it's helping.
Yeah, I mean, but it might say might make more people go buy this shoe.
The Satan thing?
No. The Satan shoe now.
That's right. So so why wouldn't a company say, well, if it affects me well or not at all, I'll let it happen. Yeah. If it doesn't.
Do we know how many pairs of Satan shoes Mischief made?
1,000.
That's it?
Excuse me. No, 666.
Oh, sorry. They sold them for 1,000.
666. That right there scares me.
They sold them for $1,000 each.
Let me tell you something. The other day in the gym, we keep a calorie count going, and I burned exactly 666 calories.
I've got you now.
Right there. That doesn't. No, sir.
And what happened to you this morning?
Bad knee. My knee's gone bad.
You have been randomly limping in.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, bad limp.
That's right. So listen to that, and for no reason, I didn't have any nothing tweet,
no pickle,
no problem, no pickle, nothing, and all of a sudden my knee goes bad after I burned 666 yesterday.
Strike down his knee.
Something's at work here. Something is at work. 666 pairs of custom Air Max 97s released and sold, by the way, almost instantly. All gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Little Nas X.
Do you think we'll ever see anyone famous wearing a pair of these? Who do you think
doubt it.
these?
I don't know.
I mean, I know there are tons of sneakerheads out there.
Yeah, probably just that.
Yeah, I think you had a lot of people buy it thinking this is going to be worth money one day. So, not even sneakerheads, just I'll spend $1,000 on it. I'll sell it in 3 weeks for $5,000.
And they may. But I do think a Nike is right on this. I think that is really hurting, as Chris Demm said, their bottom line. But interesting point about they hadn't said anything when it helps them, but maybe they don't have to. The company blames MSCHF for the conservative backlash against the shoes.
Mischief.
Yeah,
that's the modifier.
Pentagram pendants, inverted crosses, and soles that supposedly contain a drop of human blood, which is that's Nike saying that, and of course that's how they promoted these shoes. I can't touch it. I can't get anywhere near it.
What does your son think? Because I know he used to be a fan of Lil Nas. And is he kind of he's probably part of that age where sneakers are cool.
Definitely.
Everything.
Haven't discussed. He's not in town, so I don't know what he's.
What if he came back wearing a pair? Sup?
Yeah, We'd have to have words on that now.
I have an announcement. I'm never playing Jesus Jeopardy again.
Yep. Oh, his sister wouldn't have any. You think he's going
Like the little pentagram
Oh
thing
my God.
swinging.
He brings that into the house?
Mm-hmm.
His sister would have a word with him in a hurry now. She's spiritual. John, you're talking about these Lil Nas X shoes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just was going to make the point that, Biggie mentioned that Nike has allowed other celebrities in the past to, airbrush their names on shoes and stuff like that, and it's good for publicity. But this company is selling, more than just – for one, it's more than just one pair, and they're selling it for a huge amount of money each. I think that's a little differently than just, airbrushing your name on them.
Well, has no other company done that? Has no other company taken Nike shoes, changed them a bit, for let's say for the better, nothing satanic about it, sold them for more money, giving Nike some publicity?
I don't know about other companies. I do know that I read that this company did this previously with, I don't know if they were Nike shoes or not. I think they were Nike shoes. They made Jesus shoes, and they sold those for like some ridiculous amount, even more than these ones are being sold for.
Amen.
The caller is correct. Those were the walk-on water shoes. They supposedly had holy water in the soles.
Got no problem with that. Got no problem with it. Thank you very much, John.
Got no problem with the Jesus shoe?
No, I do not.
No, see? Neither did Nike.
On record on that. I'll take it. I'll take that and run to the bank with it. Well, I can't with my knee, but otherwise, yes.